What's going on, guys? My screen is. Wait a minute. Better. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the KotoKai Robo-Dojo Workbench Edition, number 70. Wow. Here we are again, another Thursday. The world is burning around us, and we're all going to come together and try and have some fun for a change. I got with me, as always, my good friend.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Good evening. Hopefully you guys are doing well.
Absolutely. Can't ask for much more. But that everybody's at least trying to hold on and have some sort of semblance in this time. So, I've been doing a lot of work. I was off on Tuesday observing the social media blackout that we were all observing in relation to all the crazy shit that's going on right now. Didn't mean that I stopped working, so I was still working on stuff because you got to stay busy and do things. And what I put together was these little truss structures that will be going around the tanks for the gigantic deep striker combo. So I'm going to be working on a little bit of that this evening. And Mr. Paul, what are you working on?
So I got. I don't know if you guys follow me on social media. I posted up this maybe about a week ago. This came in 2 weeks ago, maybe a master grade Dom. So I'm going to snap this up as kind of the beginning to a little project that we're going to work on live.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit behind, so this is my beginning, but Brian's kind of one step ahead.
When we have a handful more people in here, we'll talk about it some more. But for now, This is going to be mostly for people that are watching it after the fact. Our conversation currently.
all good. You know, I didn't even think to share it anywhere. That'd probably be a good thing, huh?
Let's see. So first thing I'm going to do, as I'm getting into this, is disassemble my pieces. I made it so that it was disassemblable. Good words. A removable assembly so that I can still paint everything and get it all together. So basically what I'll be building is I have to build 6 more of these. It's a total of about 100 parts that I'm going to have to make those, which is fine. I'll be utilizing mine and everyone's best friend, the chopper.
The chopper.
For cutting my parts all to be roughly the same length and roughly the same angle of miter. It's a bunch of miter pieces, a bunch of straight pieces. Everything gets coped. I'll talk about it some more as we're going along. But first thing I have to do is take a bunch of measurements because I didn't write anything down when I was doing this before because I didn't know if it would work.
We now know.
Just kind of did it.
Let me do this, and I'll switch so you guys can see what I'm doing. And also, I can move these lights because they're freaking hot.
Yikes. How's the weather down there in Florida?
Hot. Very hot. It's summer. We're done here.
Summertime.
We're
in Florida.
We skipped spring, and it was a nice try.
You know how it goes here.
Actually, I guess technically we skip winter. Like we just go from fall to spring.
Yeah.
So our spring was your winter, and here we are.
Let's see. 516. I think it's 716.
Okay, that's super goddamn strange.
Cool. So you know how it is up here in the city, how it will go from being like winter to like surprise motherfucker, it's 80 degrees in June.
Right. And then back to well, it does that like April, March time where it's hey, we'll throw a little 65, 70 in there, and then a little 20.
Oh yeah, you know what? We didn't get like that crazy tickle that you'll get sometime where it was like, ooh, it's gonna be summer soon. Everybody gets really, really excited and like changes all their clothes over in their closets and stuff like that. Puts all the winter stuff away, and then it snows on you again for like 3 more weeks. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that as well. But for the last couple of years,
Gotcha.
The last couple of years here in the city, it hasn't been that bad actually. We've barely gotten any snow. Like this year, we didn't really get any snow at all, and then the spring, though, it's been a slow ease into getting warmer. Like maybe last week was the first time we really topped 80 to any sort of like substantial amount to make you feel that little bit of heat around the collar, which is nice. It's been cool to have a spring. I haven't been a spring in a long time, so not that matters. But
yeah, it's been raining a lot here, like all week. So it's been hot, humid, and rainy. It's lovely. That's the real Florida weather, just to let you guys know. That's the truth. They don't want to tell you. We actually get, I think if I read this correctly, it was a while back, we actually get more inches of rain than Seattle does.
Oh, right.
They just get like more days of rain.
Right, they have more like oppressive mist, and you guys have like rain.
Yeah, we get downpour for 20 minutes at a time. Find my way around this kit a little bit. This is before we had the runners that were punched. So.
Yeah, I know it has the printed on.
Yeah, not my favorite.
Yeah, you like it. Nostalgia.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't building during this nostalgia period, but
No. When does that get from? 90? No, 95? 94?
99.
99? Yeah.
99.
Slap my hand. Damn it. Sorry.
2000. What's up, Craig? Greg,
there was. Oh, shit.
Pabs, what's going on, man?
I am not paying attention to anything.
That's all right. I just switched it over, literally.
There it is. What is up, dude? Hey, Greg. Yes, safe here in the city. I live in a very awesome neighborhood. It is an old Caribbean neighborhood. A lot of the families that have been here for a really long time. I have been here for 10 years. Everybody knows each other. We all take care of ourselves and each other. Like we are a community. So it's tight. But thank you for your concern out there. And I'm sure that everybody is concerned about everyone's well-being. We want everyone to be safe and be smart. Keep your head on a swivel. Protect your neck. And protect your friends and family. Above everything. So what I'm working on is making a bunch of stuff. I have to make I was hanging out with Pabs the other night when I was doing this, but I gotta make 48 pieces at 5/16 and 42 pieces at 7/16. And then all the pieces that are 7/16 I have to miter, like sympathetic miter on the two sides. There you go. So it looks like that. Imagine it was straight between us, right? Yeah, sympathetic miter, as opposed to opposite. And those I have to miter those at 60-degree cut. Yeah. So I use the stuff. Chabby. That's the technical term. First things first, I need to cut the struts. I don't have that material. So this is all made out of evergreen scale model style tube. And I'm using, if I can get to here it is. This is it. Yeah, it's just backwards. Come here, you stink. All right, I'm using 223 and 224 round tube. I'll face it to the camera. There you go, 223, 224. It is essentially, 1/8-inch tube and 3/32 tube. The 1/8 is the long strut on the outside, and the 3/32 is the infill structure. And they're always a slightly smaller diameter tube when they build these kind of things. So I'm just kind of basing this idea off of just a general strut or a truss flat truss structure, which is just a bunch of triangles on 2 sticks. And to do that, I made this special tool. It's incredibly high tech. Prepare to be wowed, because wow.
Wow.
It is these little pieces of foam core that I super glued together in the right spot. It's not exciting at all, guys. Anybody can do this kind of thing. All I really did was I needed to make 2 rigid lengths that would hold my outside perimeter. The way that I measured everything with the amount that I cope it, it actually pushes these 2. Here, this thing fits right in here. There you go. See, it's in there right like that. And then I have my 2 red marks that show me where the beginning and the end pattern are. And I know everything that I have measured out all works out. So like I know that I have to cut this many pieces, and if as long as I put those pieces in there and I've made them right, it all fits within that diameter. So it doesn't have to be incredibly complicated to make a repeatable jig like this. All I really needed to do was to make sure that it was strong enough to hold the outsides straight, and then it was like firmly glued. So I made sure that I glued the entire length. I drew it all out ahead of time. You can see it on there. There it is. You can see the black lines in there. Those are the widths of the outside strut parts. And then I just made sure that when I glued these little foam core parts on there, I just glued them on there with super glue. I didn't even do anything super crazy. Just let it kick for 15 or 20 minutes before I did anything to it, so I didn't push it around. And I'll make a bunch more of them here. We'll talk more about it. Hey Zach, what's up? How you guys doing? Anything else? What did I miss? And Steven Zarecki. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Steven? All right, so I need to get some more of this. These I need, because I already have half of them. I need 6 pieces. Stay. 3 7/8. It's just long. All right. There we go. Oh, here. I have a little notch cut into my workbench right here where I do my work with my jeweler's saw. It's actually it's cut into my cutting mat and into my bench in a line. I have it taped down, so it's like my datum point, and then from here I'll like measure back and put a mark on the cutting mat with my water soluble pencil, so I can just wash it off. It doesn't really matter. Right here to give myself.
Zach says he had a meeting with Bluefin today, and they had a picture of you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, that's me. I do things. That's cool that they had a picture of me in a slide, though. I like those guys actually quite a bit. Really good. They're trying to do their best to bring good models to the people. So if you can wrangle them, they're good to get.
This kit actually came directly from them in their Amazon page. It's not an easy one to find.
Yeah. I am a frequenter of the Bluefin booths at conventions and have spent many $100s loading up on model kits. I went so ham at the last time I saw him at Anime NYC last year. Prior to the GBWC and all that jazz. I bought so much that where's my pins? They gave me both the pins because I bought my share. Are they in here? No, I don't know where they went. Anyway, they're under somewhere. Too many drawers anymore. That one's full of skeletons.
Let's not look in there.
Oh, here, I'll show you. I'm not afraid to show you the skeletons filled drawer. I told you.
All right. I got ahead so far.
Yeah. Oh no. Paul's getting ahead. Damn it. Oh, wait, up here. Yes. Here we go. All right. Yeah. You make your own hobby organizers and you just squirrel shit away. Here we go. Oh, the pins. Oh, the pins we have.
Oh, the pins.
Might as well do a little pin show and tell. I got this awesome Homer and the Rock of Shame versus the Boulder of Triumph. Can't remember exactly which is which, but yeah, there he is. That's a dual pin, chained together, actually, pretty sweet. For those of you that know, here's your Mobile Suit Breakdown Season 1 pin. The good friends over there, the good kids. Here we go. Oh yeah, this one's from the Reddit. Turn them to face the camera, Brian. There you go. Nice enamel pins. There we go. To show how bad I am with my money or how much I care about the buying the good kids. The double 40th pins. Blue pin.
You got me.
They got me. Well, no, what it was they had at guy. I haven't seen an at guy like in person in a long fucking time, and I really, really wanted one, so I got the at guy. And then they had a couple of add-on parts for 30-minute missions. And my boy Squee, you guys might know him, Squee from Squee's Workbench. He was like, "Yo, I got this over there. You go check it out." So, oh shit! So I ran and grabbed some. It's just, you know how it goes, man. It's just this and it's that, and it's, oh, Harrow for the wife. And anyways,
next thing you know,
you're solemnly looking at your credit card bill the next year.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Here.
This isn't about enamel pin show and tell. It's about making some shit.
Your 99-cent ramen.
99-cent ramen? You could do a lot with the 99-cent ramen.
Oh, yeah.
I can eat a lot of ramen.
I said, Paul, you're not going to sand this kit. And what am I doing?
You never know.
I just can't not do it.
You can't not do it.
I'm just using a file, though. I'm not going crazy with, like, you know.
Yeah, you're just living it out. Oh, come on.
I just don't want to see nubs. I don't care if I have to see file marks, but.
Here we go.
Especially this one. Like it's got a nub and a mold mark in the same spot. That's a no-no. Can't have that.
All right. You got the power. All right. Got all my struts cut. Strut it.
Strutting.
So we got a good handful of people in here. We've been going for about 20 minutes. Paul, should we talk about what the overarching theme is here?
Yes.
All right.
It'll make sense why I'm building this kit from 1999.
Why are you building that? Why are you building that? Dom, Paul. Dom Paul.
The Dominator.
Well, I happen to have a Rick Dom right here.
Snapped.
All snapped up, clean, fresh, ready to go with that Hyper Bazooka. Everybody loves that.
Just a fine layer of dust.
Yeah, there's an extremely nice layer of resin dust on it. Pabby knows all about it. So the reason that we've brought you all here this fine day, kidding, just going to hang out, work out and stuff. We're going to be working on the GK models. Dom dress up. I beat you to it, Paul. Dom dress up. You can see Paul has a newer serial number than I do, and I have an older serial number. We have the same kit, in essence.
Mine starts with a B for build.
Mine starts with an S for stuff. I don't know. It's set in the 0083 era. It's basically the Dom dress up for the Tropin or the Foomph.
Foomph. Yeah.
Probably end up doing the Tropin though. Tropin's the Dom. Pretty swanky little number. Here we go. We'll get it so that I can actually see it. There you go. It's pretty nice. Paul, have you ever done a resin dress-up kit before?
No, so this is going to be my first one. So kind of the thought was that Brian's obviously worked with resin quite a bit.
Yep.
Even in the more recent. And I have not. So we figured we'd kind of build this together on a live stream with you guys. You get to see two different experience levels working on the same kit.
Well, there's that, and we're just going to kind of talk about it while we're doing it, what we're doing, so that you guys can see what it's like for. This is kind of more of an entry-level resin dress-up, in my opinion. I may be completely wrong because I haven't actually put it onto the model yet. I'm just, from what I can see.
For a full dress-up kit, it's not parts heavy.
It isn't. No, it's not parts heavy.
Neither is
like crazy assembly.
Right. Neither is the Dom itself. Like you look at it's from 99. It's not. It's not the Suzabi.
Yeah, the Verka, right, or the Alex, right, or
right.
Yeah, because I think like after this, it would probably be like Alex, and then it would be Suzabi. Regards.
Right. Yeah, and the design of the
Mersa Kashatri. I still got to get you to get a Mersa Kashatri.
Yeah. the design of the Dom is all the Doms are pretty basic, pretty simple. So.
But I've already gone through the kit, like mine, and like done a parts check. I don't know if you have it or not, Paul. And I've sorted everything in regards to their general assembly parts. So like I have all the leg parts together, I have all the shoulder parts together, I have all the skirt parts together, torso parts together, and stuff like that. So I've gone through. Heard resin. Yes, Manny, you heard resin.
Resin.
It was like a call went out. But yeah, so Manny, we will be working on. Paul is still snapping up the base kit, but we're going to be working on the GK models Dom Tropin dress up for the OG Master Grade Dom or Dom Tropin, or not Tropin, but Dom Rick Dom. Rick Dom. The only difference between the Rick Dom and the Dom, as far as I can tell, is that it has like different weaponry. Ultimately,
yeah, different, and I think the armor is slightly different somewhere.
Might be, but I really don't think that it is.
I feel like there's something different in like the chest plate somewhere, if I remember right, and maybe down at the bottom of the feet.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now here on my phone, which is so. Oh man, that is on point for live streaming. Is to look up shit on your phone.
I don't want you to see what I'm looking at.
Dom. Not 2.0. Give me images. Thank you. USA Gundam Store gave me this image. USA Gundam Store. You guys are
coming in.
All right, let's take a look. See here. Nope.
Nope.
Here's the back. Oh, yeah, the backpack is ever so slightly different. Because the backpack on the one that you have doesn't have like large thruster bells like this on it.
Oh, you know what? Because this version of the Dom was
ground space type. So mine has these two thruster bells on the back and a big gun. Pew pew pew.
Yeah, and the regular Dom comes with 2 bazookas and I think they call it heat rod.
Yeah. You have this like thing in the back, right?
Yeah, and it comes with two different bazookas. Let me see. I could probably.
Yeah,
I'm sure and like a machine gun, I believe. I'm sure they're just 2 giant chunks of plastic, so I'm sure I can find them to show them off.
Yeah, I got the hyper bazooka here with it, and then I got the standard bazooka, which I'm I've committed to turning that into a custom for the Marasai, If you guys remember the Shara side with all the decals on it.
Yeah.
Still got to go through and oil render that. That was kind of my theme this last season, has been like finishing stuff without oil rendering it. Shame on me. Shame on me. But yeah, so this is going to be kind of cool. We're going to be going through this kind of, step by step. As you guys know, Chris Pabs, good friend of mine, a good friend of the show here, he is doing his a build-up of the both the RG dress-up kit, and he is doing a he's almost finished with it. Actually, I've seen a lot of pictures. The Wound Ward full resin kit, which I believe Manny is also supposed to be working on. Aren't you, Manny? And yeah, so if you guys want to check him out, he does his live streams on YouTube on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. So that'd be 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Central. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. So 7 p.m. Central. Chris Pab's channel, Chris Pabs or Red Suns, which is like our 3D5UNZ. Yeah, that's how his old weird handle. Let's go, Pabs. Anyhow,
Pabs.
He was here in the chat a second ago. He may still be around.
So it should be a fun project, I think.
Yeah, I assume Polly will probably have that DOM snapped up before we do our next week's show. So we'll start.
That's plan.
Yeah, next week on Thursday will be day one of the Dumb Trope and Fantasy. Like
Troping out.
It's my life. All right. I am going to chop some things. I need 48 of these. Turn up the juice on this light. There we go. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, these have these stupid manipulated fingers. Why did they do that in 1999? Fuckers.
Chris says, doing him a kind one. Pabs, come on, buddy.
Jack has a random question. Either of you have any experience with the Gundam marker airbrush? Seemed like a cheap way to get into airbrushing. I have zero experience with it.
I have not. I have Gundam markers. I have not done the Gundam marker airbrush. I can imagine that I could maybe emulate it by using one of my airbrushes and blowing off the tip of a Gundam marker, though it wouldn't have the same kind of resolution because it's actually built to just blow across there. So the thing with the Gundam marker airbrush is you're limited to the Gundam markers themselves to be your paint source. Yeah, I think you would actually be better off, no offense to Bandai or whoever the fuck's making it, probably Bandai, is to get like a master's airbrush, like their dual what the fuck's it called? Dual action.
I have it here. Hold on.
Yeah, the dual action.
Pull it out. Just the G22.
Here you go. That right there. That is like what? It's like a $25 or $30 airbrush at best, right?
Right. And not only that, the reason I have one of these was I bought a master air compressor, and you can find a kit for them either on eBay or Amazon, where the air compressor is, let's say, $100 to $110 for the tanked air compressor, the TC20T, I think. Right. And it's like an extra $10 to get an airbrush and some hose and everything with it.
Yeah.
So I bought it because, like, for $10, I mean, even if it's crap and I use it 3 times, I'm good with it. And I needed the hose anyway.
It's not going to be crap. You're going to use it more than 3 times, and it's a great place to get into it. So if you really want to get into it, and you think like, you really like want to get into it, you don't have any like weird restrictions, like you can't have an air compressor or you can't have stuff. We have to use like the weird compressed cans or any of that other stuff. Then okay, that changes everything. But if you can have an air compressor, and you can do that, and you want to get a full setup, I would suggest going that route. If you don't have the startup capital to really like go ham on it.
Yeah, because the compressor will last you a long time anyway. Like it'll long outlive that airbrush, as far as like you'll want a nicer airbrush way before you'll want a nicer compressor.
And if I'm if I'm not mistaken, that brush itself also comes with a couple of needles and a couple of cones. Isn't that right? Or
mine only came with the one, but you can buy them. I bought a 0.5 needle and cone from Master. It's actually, I just shoved it in here, and it was really inexpensive. So the reason I bought that is, I have my Iwata for the finer details, let's say, and this is just, hey, if I need to spray some top coat or some primer or something, and you got to cover a whole lot of area, perfect airbrush for that. It's just kind of a workhorse, if you will. It's not.
Yeah, you have that set up with your like 0.5 millimeter needle to do your big coats, your clear coats, and your priming and all that. Like when you're throwing a lot of paint, or if you're throwing thick paint down, super easy. So yeah, that would be the long-winded answer. Jack is.
And then if you're wanting to spend a little more money, I don't know what they're doing now, but Badger has had multiple sales now over the last year or two, where they've done any of their airbrushes for like $58, give or take. Wow. So I got this is the Renegade Chrome, and this was $58, I would say. But you can get there like the Sotar or whatever airbrush you want. So
wow, all right,
keep looking for that. That's also a really good deal. Those are high quality brushes. So, but yeah, like Brian said, if you have even the idea that that's what you want to do, I would just spend, $100, $120 and get the compressor and the airbrush together.
The thing that's nice about an airbrush is that you can put any paint through it, pretty much, right? You don't want to like go crazy, like throwing weird paints through without properly cleaning it and everything. But if you're going to do like an acrylic, you can pretty much put any acrylic paint into it, any color you want. Like you can use something from Ammo, or you can use something from Createx, or you can use something from Golden, or you can use something from Vallejo, where you can, it goes on and on and on and on. And that goes the same too if you're using the proper cleaners, if you want to go with enamels or any of those other things. You can put anything through it you want. However, with the Gundam marker airbrush, you can only use the Gundam markers in there, or any other marker that is facsimile.
Yeah, I have a feeling that you would use the Gundam airbrush marker like once or twice, and then outgrow it anyway.
Right, because that's how fast that curve is.
Right. Yeah, and I think people are intimidated by airbrushing, and honestly, it's not.
You shouldn't be.
You're going to do it like.
One thing that's really intimidating is those price tags, because they look really bad, but you get everything that you pay for. So
it is much more forgiving than spray cans. Like you really, grab a couple of crap pieces, or like, just something to test on, run a couple of test sprays, and you're going to be good. Especially if you're not trying to do anything crazy. You just want to, throw one shade of paint. Like you want to take, your HG Zaku and just paint it. Like you're going to be fine.
Dude,
you're not going to have a big deal.
So pleased with the results from using an actual airbrush, because of the flatness of the paint, the smoothness of the ease of application. It is like, there's a little bit of a hiccup at the beginning, but yeah, it's so nice, dudes.
Especially, early on, just like pick a paint and kind of get used to it a little bit before you go like crazy buying every different brand of paint.
Yeah,
I would say pick like an acrylic that you can probably get somewhat close to you. Like if you have a local hobby shop and they have Vallejo or MIG or something like that, and you can get it regularly, pick that up, get used to spraying with it, and you're going to be golden. Like don't stress much.
Yeah. I think when I got mine, my airbrush came with a set of I got like an Iwata with setup thing, because I had like a birthday gift that I could use, and I got these. I just have the clear ones left, but these Com Art colors that came with it. They're made by Media by Iwata, actually. Doesn't really want to show up there. Media's, yeah.
Yep.
So I use these for painting, like when I painted my Barbatos, so when I was painting the Zaku, I did a custom Zaku for Zach's competition. If you guys are familiar with any of my stuff on my Instagram that I've been posting recently. So some of that was painted with these same media paints through that same like at use compressor. It was running constantly. It was blowing my ears out. But yeah, so like it's kind of cool to just like get something and just cut your teeth with it, and then branch out from there, because you'll get to know like if it works, if it doesn't work, and then like sometimes it just takes a little bit of time and talking to some cool people, because there's a lot of cool people in this community to talk to about it. I know way more than I do too. Like I'm talking a lot right now, but not even maybe, I know that I don't know as much as half the people out there. So
guaranteed there's a guy, whichever paint you pick out, that's exclusively what he uses, and you'll be able to like, he'll tell you, dial it. Oh, on a master airbrush, you probably want to put it at 25 psi, and you want to throw in a little flow improver at this ratio. They'll give you the whole breakdown, and you'll be good to go.
And then honestly, a lot of that comes down to playing around and personal preference. So finding your own vibe with your tools. Like, everybody has that, I'm sure. You know how your nippers are going to work. If you start with a new pair of nippers, you're like, oh, these work differently. I don't know how this is. I don't know if I like these. That sounds kind of dumb, maybe, but that's how I feel. Oh, man. 48 of these pieces.
That's right. I'm doing like 10 fingers right now, so it's about the same amount of time.
What happened? You fuck these fingers.
And I keep telling myself, don't touch them, don't sand them, but I want to file the nubs. I can't help it. They're made out of some kind of soft material, which is bullshit.
I think I'm having connectivity issues again.
All the cool people are in your head. Somewhat true.
Alrighty. Alright, what if I skip ahead a track? There we go. Just like playing the end of that album. It's too bad because it's rocking.
My goal is to do a custom paint job on a camper by the end of the summer. Can't be much more amateur than me. I just got back into the hobby after like a decade.
Hey, man, that's all good. Amateur schmamateur.
Yeah.
If you're getting back into it, you're definitely not an amateur. Ye lad who pulls out the first kit from the first box and snips the first plastic. That is the noob. If you've done it before, you've already got a leg up, even just snap building. Yeah. So don't sell yourself short. Ever. And anybody, even if you're just cracking a case for the first time and getting into it, don't sell yourself short, man. We're all learning at the same time. Some people are just a little ahead.
Who clips the first nub?
It's the first. Really? Oh, man. It's failing me right now. You're so disappointing, SoundCloud. SoundCloud! Chicks fist that sky. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Well. All right. Different route for music, my friends.
Just did the GM Sniper and got lost for hours just painting the coolant tank. Did each armor piece with aqua green marker. Now I'm hooked. Yeah. Awesome, man. Is that the what GM Sniper Custom, GM Sniper 2?
Ads. Not what I expected to keep that.
The OG. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, there's lots of fun to be had, man. Lots of fun.
Oh yeah, there's so many gym variants as well, man. I just started like getting hooked on gyms. I don't really like Fetty suits personally, but yeah, the gym is what's brought me in. Believe it or not, I don't know how it happened.
GM Sniper 2 was one of probably my favorite kits I built. It was just almost perfect.
I liked mine, save for the hands.
Hands, right? But you had the P Bandai one with the goofy hands.
I do. I got the dingo. So Pabby, when you're out there building your dingo, I saw he had one earlier today. He was showing in one of the groups. Be careful; those hands suck. Get some new ones. What is the good hand option? The alternate hand option that isn't like a. I can't remember offhand.
Sorry. Option part hands. I know the 1/100 option.
Times are tough. We take our jokes where we can get them.
The option part hands are hard to get a hold of in 1/100. I think
I'm gonna bet that I'm gonna guess Pabby or Julio or Manny. No, for sure. I bet Zach probably has a decent idea as well.
MGs with terrain accessories like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that kit's hard to beat, especially because it's like $35 too. Like,
Gym 2? Yeah,
yeah,
it's definitely, and it's so much kit for your dollar.
What was the question? Good replacement hands for 1/100 kit.
Yeah, I despise the hands on
The 3.0.
I despise the 3.0s. I hate the 3.0 hands. I hate it pretty much. I've liked them once.
You know what the hell kit was it? I really liked how the Stein came. My narrative one, at least, it came with the 3.0 hands, and then it came with fixed posed hands to hold the gun. I was a really big fan of that because I'm like, all right, well, if you want to do, like
Stein are pretty. The old Stein, I haven't had an issue with my hands for whatever reason. Are those 3.8 hands?
I don't know. I have the narrative. I don't know if they all came with the same gear.
Here we go. Pabby coming in from the outfield with MSG option parts. The Kotobukiya Wild Hands are good replacements.
Wild Fingers.
There you go. Julio says I got some hands from Koto.
Yeah, I know Koto makes tons and tons of hands. I know their scaling is a little different, so like you kind of just gotta look at them. Like,
yep. There you go. I like that some of the hands, like for the kids, have like the downward pointed wrist for like holding a big rifle over the.
Oh yeah, it has like the yeah.
They have the Ava sniper hand or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to.
I
got the real grade Ava, and
dude, I know. Hella jelly. I need to get one as well. Build one up.
They're coming out with all of them. Like Bandai's like, yeah, we're not playing around.
I saw a bunch of good stuff, and who was I talking to about that the other day as well? That they have them all. Was it you? That was you.
Yeah, they're coming out with the Unit 2, the Unit. Well, I just saw another one the other day. What was it?
Well, there's a pink one. They're coming out with 4.
Yeah, that's the one from the movies.
Right, the pink one. Right.
Yes, the pink one.
I don't know that one.
Unit.
That's from like 3.
Yeah.
Whatever.
3.0.
You cannot not be a not.
Yeah.
Which means you can be. You just have to follow the double negatives until it figures itself out. I don't understand. I haven't gotten that far. I'm old. I like old Ava.
Yeah. I've seen both. I like the movies. They're short. Like, well, they're not short, but they
are short
each. Yeah,
they
so
are hella short, dude.
And I think it is cool that it's just a different story and it's not just a movie version of the TV show.
Absolutely.
So
no, they definitely upgraded it. Like for the 2.0 and that, like that was really nice to see some of those ones. To see the added graphics for the angels, the animations, and the larger. It's so that the angel isn't just a weird diamond prism floating above Neo Tokyo 3. Sorry, I segued your commentary. What were you saying again?
Watch them both, everybody. Be doubly confused. Don't sell yourself short.
I'm a weird purist.
No, I love the original series. I prefer the original series, but I'm like,
Actually, I prefer the redo of the first series where they redid the color and the dialogue and then added in a bunch of stuff that they discarded.
Yeah.
That was
The platinum versions.
Yes, the platinum versions. You are correct.
I have the platinum versions.
I have most of them.
Probably the most I've spent on anime.
That was the issue because like I had them on VHS, right, and then I bought them on DVD, right, and then I started recollecting in platinum, and I was like,
"This is all I have money." Now they're coming out with them on Blu-ray. They just announced it the other day, but I don't know. Something tells me they're probably releasing the Netflix one with the redub.
I may buy them again. We'll see. Maybe I'll be really good, and Santa will bring them to me for Christmas.
Ooh. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Yeah, she's not even in the room. Not that she would even be listening. She doesn't listen to me. She just puts me on mute. I don't know how she does it. I can't do it to her. I wish I could. She just puts me on mute. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're the redub though. Maybe someone else would know.
All right.
More like up.
All right, I got the 48 pieces cut at the 5/16. Now let's cut the other 42 pieces at 7/16. Reset the jig. Maybe I'll switch my camera over to fancy on top of the chopper camera. Get to the chopper camera. Wow. That's boring, isn't it? All right, we'll see how long this lasts. So I gotta reset this to 7/16. Somewhere. Just some careful finger holding down.
That's what I'm putting your fingers. Fingers. Fucking hate building hands. It's my least favorite part of every kit.
Alright, I think that's 7/16. Let me cut a test piece. And the survey says it is long by a second. That's all right. I'm okay with that kind of loss. I'm okay with that overage.
Again, stop standing.
Remember when I was yelling when I had Don and Jeff yelling at me?
Yes.
Stop.
Stop it.
That was how I gotta switch back. This is boring. I can't do this. There's not enough going on that camera to make it worth the fucking while. All right. Come here. All right.
But I already did one hand, so I can't not sand the other. That would be stupid.
Exactly. Even if you don't use any of the parts. Hi, sweetie.
These aren't even going to be used.
Cupcake? Birthday cupcakes. Colleen had a birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday, Colleen.
Paul says happy birthday. I don't know if you heard that, but she said
yes.
All right.
Not feel like... Oh, there we go. Snap. Hopefully it was a good snap. Not a bad snap, right?
That's what I get, I tell you. There it is. All right. I was smart and I cleaned up my little studio space here this morning or earlier today before we're doing this.
I did the other day as well. I needed to use my desk for something, so it actually just kind of worked.
Awesome.
Oh.
So we got, wait a minute. Nice.
Do you guys have a favorite Xeon build?
Whew.
That's a good question.
Favorite Xeon build. Well,
The Master Grade Zaku 2.0 is a really great kit. So is the what can I think of the
2.0 is pretty high up there. I really enjoyed building the shit. I'm driving back. Zagok.
Yes, I like that one too, and the Gelgoog.
Absolutely enjoyed the Zagok.
The Gelgoog 2.0, which
I didn't do the Gelgoog yet, so
it's all very similar. It shares a lot of like build characteristics of the 2.0 Zaku. So if you like the Zaku, you'll I can't imagine you wouldn't like the Gelgoog. What else was? I've enjoyed a lot of different Xeon kits. I did the real grade Sazavi. That was a good kit.
Shit, I built so many. Let's see. The GOG needs a 2.0. GOG needs a 2.0 real bad. That guy's pretty good, but the proportions are all super wonky because it's the 1.0 style from the UC. So it's like kind of crazy and all over the place.
Yeah, I don't feel like that kit's even like close.
It's cool, but it doesn't fit proportionally with the way that it should be. I do like it quite a bit though. I built both the old saws and the Verka saws. Those are pretty tight. The old saws obviously is old. The Verka is amazing, and there's a shitload of parts. Yeah, the GOG, the high GOG is great for like HG. They need to make that in Master Grade, or I will. What else do we have? The Marasai is a good one. I like the Marasai a lot. It's ripe for customizing. That's the word. Big fan of the Efreet. Efreet is a great kit.
The RE100.
Yeah, the RE100 Efreet, as well as I like the Jagdogga. It's super simple. Like the only problem with the Jagdogga is it's like it is not complicated at all. However, it was the best cast funnel setup in that style of funnels that I've put together, and I put together at least a dozen of that funnel style prior to that. And boy, can they suck.
Oh, the Gyaradoga. The Gyaradoga is a nice kit.
Oh, yeah, the Gyaradoga. Gyaradoga is a great kit. Good call. Excellent. Yeah, that one's cool. The only thing that people complain about with that one is just like the same thing with the Hamma is that it has those like squishy rubberized like cables like for the power for like the collar and the waist.
I built the Bawu, the RE100 Bawu. I like that one a lot.
And that one transforms well, right?
Yeah, but it's just stupid. The nutter like it's not a transformer. It like breaks apart.
Oh.
Right, like it doesn't turn around or anything. It's just like we flip the legs and now it's a nutter or something like that. I don't remember the weird fucking.
Gotcha. That's yeah. Oh yeah, an MG Girazula would be really cool.
Yeah,
because the Gyaradoga is a very, very swanky kit. Yeah, I like the Gyaradoga Master Grade so much that I went out and bought the P Bandai Gyaradoga and immediately regretted it.
Same here. I have that as well.
It doesn't.
I love sleeves markings. I think they're
yeah. That's cool. It. There's nothing. There's no difference.
Yeah, just the markings. That's it.
Yeah. You have there's two components that are slightly different. It's like a shield mount and like the sleeves. It's okay. You got to make mistakes, guys. You'll never learn. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4. Oh shit! I need 7 each on these. Fuck me. All right. 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 7.
It'd be a much shorter list of bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd probably be one to put together.
I can't really think of a bad one, honestly.
The Hamma was a little. It was a little wobbly.
Yeah, it's a little loose, but it's a complicated kit for what you're getting. And the 100, I like the Hamma a lot.
and it's cool looking. It's unique. The
Tabs.
camphor is really old, but it's not a very good kit. I mean,
I haven't built the camphor yet. I have it in my backlog, and deep storage is over there.
I know the Rick Diaz is not actually a Xeon kit, but it's a mono eye.
Did we just find a Transformer? That's me imitating Pabs, imitating Mark Wahlberg, saying, "Did we just find a Transformer?" I'm gonna go re-up. I'll be right back, lads.
Yes, I'll take a Master Grade Zoom. I would appreciate you. Yo, you know what? There you go. Best. I've not built the regular Sinanju, but the Sinanju Stein was probably one of my favorite Xeon kits, if you will. I don't know if you could technically. It was built by Anaheim, but meh, it's close enough for me. That was a great kit. This is the Master Grade Dom, the old one from 1999. So putting it together now. Oh. Directions. Yes, I do. Yeah, it's cool so far. It's you just came in, so I have a resin dress up kit for it, and that's what we'll be working on after I get it snapped up.
So yeah, Paul and I both have. I got this a long time ago, and it looks really cool. Paul grabbed one recently, and why not?
Yeah, it should be fun. So we're gonna kind of go through it step by step. Through live streaming. So come hang out every week and you'll be able to see how we do. Where did that one go?
Pav says, I'm here. What? What, Pavs? I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, so should be pretty cool. I'm not going to work on it outside of the live stream, so we're going to do all the work here. So you don't have to worry about us doing stuff like away from the thing. We're going to talk about all the parts together and all the intricacies of it going together and making the instructions work for us as well. So it's going to be a bit of a journey. I don't expect it to go quickly or slowly. I just expect it to be fun, and that's all I'm into it for, is having a good time, and that's kind of what it should always be about. So feel free to come back and check it out. If you want to, you could probably get one of these kits fairly easily. I know they're available on eBay. I can't remember how much it costs. I think it's like a $50 or $60 kit.
Yeah, so I bought it actually from Shop 2000, so from GKM, and it's like $50, somewhere in the 50 range.
$300 in USA GS gift cards? What the fuck? Damn, Julio, congratulations.
He ain't on here. He's shopping right now, I hope.
I guess. Motherfucker doesn't need shit. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's actually rad. That's super duper cool. Congratulations. Cheers to you, Julio. For whatever reason you won your $300 in gift cards, but spend them wisely. I have done it on many occasions from my prize competition winnings from USA Gun Store. So,
or you know what? Don't spend it wisely. Because when else do you have $300 in gift cards?
Julio's screaming. Well, you can either get yourself some swank fucking perfect grade shit. What I didn't go perfect grade route. I could have done that with mine. I think I didn't. I wasn't huge, but I went to go for a different route, and I spread it out pretty thin, and got a bunch of stuff. So a bunch of varying things. It's been great. So
that's
man,
like
Adam's so generous.
that's like the two schools of thought, right? Like one says, let me get all the stuff I need, let me get all these tools, let me get, spend it wisely, stretch it out. And then the other party is like, let me buy something I wouldn't buy with my own money.
Spend it all on BMC. Oh shit, George did his drawing tonight. Was it through George's thing? George, old school Gunpla over on Instagram. He was doing a live drawing at 9 p.m. I wonder if it was related to that. That could be. That's pretty cool. And I think that also is related to Dragon Thuz, Gunpla Forge's fundraiser, if I'm not mistaken. But Jack says he would spend it all on supplies. Got nothing but Gundam markers and an amateur hobby set that came with the nippers. Well, man, that's all you need to start, honestly. Just little bits over time.
Especially like some of the basic tools,
Yep, that's all prizes from the GoFundMe.
So the only difference between now, there's a big difference between like really, really crappy nippers, but the only difference between a $50 pair of nippers and a $20 pair of nippers is how much time you have to spend cleaning up. So it's not necessarily like you can get the same results I get with a $60 pair of nippers with your $20 pair of nippers. It just might take you a little more time to clean up if you know what you're doing. Like if you're taking your time and you're not just like
Julio. Hey, Bill. Bill says that Bill Rushlam says that Julio won the $100 gift card from Manny. So that's part of it, at least. Mr. McDaya here in the group, which is funny because we all know each other.
Yes. I got the Turn X the other day from a $25 gift card to USA.
Excellent. Turn X is also a great build, but it's not necessarily. It's one of my favorite Sid Mead designs. I'll say that much. Oh shit, there's my piece.
Just 100 went to Julio. Well,
We'll find out. Maybe there was more. Maybe Julio won more than.
No, that's just what someone had posted in the chat. 200 went.
Yeah, I saw that. Bill said that. Yeah, Julio won the $100 gift card from Manny. Oh, the 200 went to Subi. There you go. All right. So congratulations to both you guys. Fucking yeah. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy that shit. Spend it. Use you can't use my coupon code, but if you could use coupon code BroBuilder10.
you can use coupon codes with gift cards.
Oh, you can? Oh,
yes.
Great, cool. Yeah,
with
so
gift
go ahead.
cards,
Go ahead and use my Julio. Use my promo code, not yours. And the whole thing with the promo code, guys, because we don't get anything back being like associated builders with USA Gundam Store. It just lets Adam know where our conversations are going. So if you guys like what I'm talking to you about and you like where I'm coming from, and you happen to use my gift code or my discount code as opposed to Julio's, it just shows where the traffic's kind of coming from. So feel free to use whatever you want because it's all the same pot. Basically, it gets you guys a little bit of break off of the cost on tax and maybe a little bit on shipping depending on the state you're buying from. And that's kind of like pretty rad in my opinion. I've always used Zax for years and years and years. So
yeah, it is what it is. Zax and the GBAs for a long time.
I'm making a fucking mess over here.
Or actually, Adam used to just send me them after I bought kits. He would send me one for my next. It was generic, like here's the AK73122. You get 10% off your next kit.
An auto Jenny. They're always pretty good. Yeah, Adam's such a nice guy, so community oriented and minded. Doing the right things.
Cool dude.
2, 4, 6, 7. All right, I only need to cut 4 more.
Woo!
And then I have to miter all of those. So that's only 84 miters.
barely inconvenient.
A pittance. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, wait, that's not enough. I need one more. I lied. I need 5. All right.
A lot of polycaps in this kit.
I think I miter them. Yeah, I miter them before I put them in the bin, because mitering them before they go into the bin, I don't have to pull them out of the bin, miter them, and then put them back in and dig through. So there you go. Live order of operations. Oh, shit. Okay, so let me switch the camera here real quick. Oh, beautiful. Thanks for stopping by, Bill. Julio laughs and says that I have everything. It's because I bought it all with blood, sweat, and tears. If you're worried about that. The only reason I have the things I have is because I sought them out and I purchased them with my own hard-earned loots.
That's a lot of drunk shopping on eBay. No,
yeah, exactly. Right? That's part of it. I am not going to lie. All right, so what we had before, friends, was we had this. This is the 90 degree. It's a 90 on one side and then a 30 degree on the other. You can see that there. Yeah, it's just 30 in the paint and then 90 over here. So I had this upside down and on here because I like to feed. I'm naturally lefty kind of, so I feed things from the left-hand side when I chop stuff. And so setting this stop the other way, I have to flip this from its like labeled side over. It doesn't change anything other than just you set it up with a ruler, so it doesn't matter. They give you these nice lines back here, but fuck a lot of that. So what I'm doing is I'm flipping this over and I'm using the 30 degree side. This is going to give me a sympathetic miter of 60 degrees. When I put the piece in here, what I'm doing is I'm putting this down in its stop. I'm butting the 30 degree all the way up to the edge of the blade. And then I'm going to tie that into place. Set that down. Make sure it isn't moving around on me. It is not. Okay. So what we're looking to do, let me get a pointer. I'll use the saw as a pointer. So what we're looking to do is we're looking to cut a miter here and here on this round tube that are in line with each other, which is not an easy thing to do no matter what you're trying. As you can see, it's a tiny little piece of tube. Yeah, you can kind of see the center there. Anyhow, so we're trying to make a sympathetic miter, and by using this stop, I'm going to put my finger precariously close to the razor blade and eyeball up the backside. We have a tiniest little bit of overage, but the idea, all right, there we go, is to cut that right there. As you can see now, the 90 degree is cut to a 60 degree miter, which is just steeper than 45. 45 would have been, the way this is looking, 45 would have like, fuck it. Here you go. So this is 45, right? And then this is 60. So you can see how steep this is. So then when the piece is sitting in place, what you're going to get is the piece is going to be sitting at a 60 degree angle because the cut was made at a 30 degree miter. So that's what I'm looking for. So now I have to do that to both sides. Seems totally safe. Oh, it absolutely is totally safe.
100% legit.
And then to set up the other side, what I do is, well, I mean, I'm in control of the razor. It's not like it's, if I cut myself, it's my own damn fault, to be honest with you. What you have to do is you have to kind of like really just line up, eyeball that miter right there. Let me put my camera even closer if I can get it to see. Right. Okay, so you can kind of see it there. What I'm doing is I have to eyeball this miter to be true to the direction of the cut on the blade, and then hold that shit in place. Drop the cut, and we ended up with, there you go, double miter. And then this piece itself from this outside point here to this outside point on the opposite side, if you were to draw that up and on a like a SolidWorks program or a graphics program, it would read 7/16 of an inch long from point to point on the miter. Now, if you take it and switch it so that these 2 points are in parallel to each other, these 2 planes, the cut planes are in parallel to each other, the height would only be just around a quarter of an inch, just a little bit less than after it gets beveled. So right now 5/16. So yeah, so I got to do that for 42 components. Julio says Pabs has everything. Maybe Pabs and I both kind of have everything. What does Pabs have that I can use? Pabs has a dog.
A doggo.
There you go. And a 1. Now do this 82 times. Uh-oh, drop that one. Found it.
Math is hard. What's up, Phil?
It's hard. That's not hard. Hey, Phil.
Math is hard.
It's just a lot of parts.
Geometry is not too hard.
Yeah, either you're a tree or you're not.
Algebra's for the birds.
Yeah, algebra's a different bird.
Yeah.
Together.
Imaginary numbers. Get out of here.
Horse of a different color. I don't know. I actually don't mind algebra.
No. I was pretty good at math.
I like science.
I wasn't allowed to touch too much in chemistry, but there we go.
Does this work better? Oh shit, that's right. I was doing it that way. I absolutely forgot what I was doing, my guys. Okay, so the way to do this, hold the phone. Remember how I was saying put your teeny little finger, put your finger in there and cut your fingertip off? Don't do that. I remembered what I did. It only took me several pieces to figure the fuck out. All right, I take this.
Use someone else's finger. No.
No. You're wrong. All right. You know, that one's too big. This one. All right. This. Regular pencil file, a round pencil file, right? You can stick it in the end of the miter component, right? And it'll hold it flat, and then you can use that to adjust the miter and hold it in place while you make your delicate cut. And not bad. I'm into that. There you go. Sympathetic. Relationshipal. I'm just making work. Love it.
We hate when cuts are unsympathetic, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Sympathetical. Symbolism. Symbology.
This is fun. Do I want to do this? You know what, Paul? Let's follow the directions.
So much better. Dude, this is so much better. just in general. This is a prime example of one of those times where you figure something out the first time you do it, and you absolutely forget. This before, and it made everything go really fast. Oh, baby. Oh, now we're cooking with fire.
That's a nice squeak.
Actually, it's not that bad. It's much worse on your end than it is on ours. Trust.
Working on.
Just me, we're like
Kit
like
was
me
going
worrying
to
about my
be super easy, and this kit actually has more parts than I thought it was going to have.
we thought the Dom was gonna have as many as it does.
I thought it would be like a real simple kit to put together.
It
I said I
is.
wasn't going to sand, and I started sanding.
Well, that's a lie. That's a lie that you tell
I
yourself.
just can't do it. I'm trying.
So I do it to me every morning. I get up
annoys
and I go to the bathroom and I am washing my hands. I'm looking my face in the mirror. Say to myself, today you're not going to sand every part in the kit. I try to give myself my daily affirmations. You're good enough. You're smart enough. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You can get away.
You're going to sand all this shit again later anyway.
It's okay. You can do it. It's okay. And yeah, I still do it.
Can't help it.
I'm a sander. My name is Brian. I'm from Brooklyn, and I'm a sander.
Okay. All right. We got.
I'm a sandaholic.
I was gonna build ahead of the directions, and I decided against it.
Oh no!
I'm learning.
And now what do you have now?
Nothing. No, I didn't do. I was like, oh, the arms are going to be the same, and maybe they are. Maybe they are. But I was like, you know what? I'll wait, and I'll do.
Oh shit! Are you literally following the instructions?
I'm reading the directions.
Get the fuck out of here! Who are you, and what have you done with Paul?
I don't know. I don't. Where's the challenge now?
Where's the challenge now? Suddenly, it's a 1990s era high school musical.
You know what?
All right.
So it couldn't be that way.
You see how the little beans of penne are piling up here? Literally, I'm making penne pasta out of styrene tubes.
Okay.
Hi, Craig. What's poppin'?
Literally, hi, Craig.
Yeah, that's just his name. It's not actually.
What's your problem here?
Jack Lipton says, if I could go back to when I first started Gunpla, what was to be the first thing that I taught myself to make them look better? For me, it's I would say don't overcut your nubs on like round parts, because it's really easy to, like, say if you're cutting a nub off a thruster bell or something like that, or say a Xeon suit, my precious Xeon suits.
Yeah, a lot of rounded surfaces.
Yeah, you can really, really easily overcut something accidentally. That would be one thing that I would tell myself. Now, if it was, you went back to when I first started model making, like making models, I would tell myself to spend more time slowly sanding and cleaning everything up. Because when I first started building models back in like the 80s, there was very little flash cleanup or, pre-assembly or pre-assembly or even pre-paint cleanup. And I would just go at it. And Mixed results. But it was 80. So. What about you, Paul?
So before I got into painting, like when I first started out, like most people, I was, panel lining or that kind of stuff. I would tell myself, don't do that. Just leave the kit alone. Just because later on you'll probably rather revisit it. So don't just snap those kits. Yeah, I would just panel line them, put the stickers on, top coat it, whatever, like the kind of the typical thing everyone does. I would say don't do that. Just sand it real nice. If you want to paint in some details, do that, but don't top coat it. Don't panel line it. Because it would have been more fun now to go back to some. I can still strip everything off, but it's not that big of a deal. But go back and work on some of those kits as your skills got a little better. So yeah.
Here we have what? Here we go. We got from Yongawa. Is this on YouTube? We got. Is this the GKM Dom, Paul?
Yes. So this is I'm building just the master grade Dom, and then I do have the GKM dress up kit for it. I haven't gotten to that part yet. I'm just snapping the Dom itself up at the moment.
Yep.
But we will get there. Yes.
Come back next Thursday, and we'll be starting off with the beginnings.
Sorting some parts and starting some cleanup.
We'll take a look at it and see what it is, right? I haven't even. Yes. No, you're right. Yes. It's very orange. Yes, the conversion kit is the GKM. Yeah. The resin actually isn't that orange.
No,
to be honest. Yeah. Here, I'll swap my cam out. And I'll that a little bit.
Things are jumping.
Here we go. Yeah, so here's this is the skirt, the back skirt. So as you can see, it's a standard cream colored resin. The parts themselves are very well cast. I am going to say that there is going to be incredibly minimal sprue cleanup or mold line cleanup as opposed to some of the things that I've seen and or made myself. It's really nice. Even the ball joints, like this is a skirt piece with a ball joint in it. It looks really good. It's a great kit to start with for doing a resin dress up if you are interested in that kind of a thing. All the part.
Yeah, everything looks real sharp. The only thing I kind of noticed, some of the panel lines are pretty shallow.
It's okay. It's all part of the game.
Yeah, so that's probably. I have some scribers. I'll
nice.
Scribe those out, but everything looks really sharp, actually. Very, very sharp. And these are all. I'm sure we're on a recast. A few in.
Oh, sweet.
So
yeah, if your friend has one and he's interested in that one, man, definitely have him check in on the stream. Totally cool.
Yeah, we're gonna be going step by step through everything. So
taking it nice and slow. There's no rush. There's no reason to freak out on it. Let's make a really, really cool Dom. That's what I'm looking forward to. So and just kind of experiencing the whole resin thing slowly again. Try and look at it through new eyes.
Yeah, and this will be my first resin kit, so you'll have someone new with you.
Yeah, it'll be a definitely heavy Q&A. I don't want everyone to definitely ask as many questions as they can. And trust me, I'm sure that there's going to be answers that I don't have. Hopefully that we have quality builders in the squad like Pabs and Julio, Manny, and other creatives and crazy people like Edward and Bill and Jeff and there's so many of you guys out there just tuning in. I mean, and then the other guys that are super passionate about it, like Greg is always super passionate. Obviously, Zach from Black to Toys comes in and hangs out. So hopefully we have all you guys hanging around to join in on the whole experience and ask some questions or throw up some advice. We got it.
For resin panel lines to be shallow, yeah, absolutely. I have a couple of Infinite Dimensions or Anchoret add-on kits, kind of like mixed, like, you know, especially some of the parts are deep, some of the parts are shallow, but yeah, it didn't seem abnormal to me. It was just something that kind of stood out, like something that I did notice. So I was looking at cleanup. I was looking for a lot of flash, and there's really not much flash at all. It's mainly, in fact, the stuff that I did notice was usually around the gate marks anyway. So you're going to be cleaning up that area no matter what.
Yeah, it's just gating usually, or a couple of little spots. Nothing major on this one. It is fabulous. There's some kits that Pabs recommended, and I have some conversion kits. So what do you got that Pabs recommended? Pabby's still around? He might still be on IG. I have some SD Jakin stuff that will be coming down the line eventually that I pre-ordered.
The Stickler Zaku 2 High Mobility SD.
Absolutely. Yeah, Stickler Studios, good stuff. It's funny, whenever I hear the Stickler Studios or say Stickler Studios in my head, I imagine it as though Chris were saying
it. Moya recast of the Just Canon. Oh, that's cool.
Wait, did I say Just? I meant Jagan. I said Just before I meant Jagan. Yeah, I've got those little SD Jagan and Stark Jagans coming in the mail. Those are going to be fun. So cool. And then I have a big Master Grade Jagan that I want to make a Stark Jagan sometime.
All right, what the hell with this polycap? What's your problem, polycap? Did I just break that?
Oh, hey, Polly. Take it easy on the Polly. But don't dump.
Boom.
Bad joke.
Do I have another one of these polycaps so I don't have to use this one?
Cool. It's good to hear. It says that all the parts on that just seem nice and tight. Okay, I'm making a bunch of crazy little widgets. All the mitered offcut for the tubes. I wish I could have a compound chopper, because then I could have just set one. I could just set one stop, and then have the head at a miter, and then set one physical stop, and then every time you chop, it cuts it at the right length of the right miter, and then just keep it in line. You could like draw a long line on the tube, and then as you feed it through, just make sure that line lines up, and every time you chop a piece that's perfect, and you won't end up with all this waste, which doesn't seem like much. I mean, it is just little bits and pieces, but you know, money's money. I'd like to say that you could save this shit and use it for something, but that doesn't make any sense. Where's that? Where's that? Tonight on KotoKai Robo-Dojo Workbench, Brian makes little parts. I feel like I literally haven't done a damn thing except talk.
Whew, God damn it. The stupid part was a pain in my ass.
Oh, thanks for the clarification on the Dungawa. I did say Jagan before. I'm glad. Bill's back. Bill, guess who's back? Back again.
Bill's back.
Bill's back. George, stream's over.
All right.
How was it? I'm guessing it was very well thought out and awesome because George is a stand-up guy.
George
is great. Really glad to have gotten an opportunity to meet him in person. Hope to be able to meet many other people in person again someday. When meeting in person is a thing. I assume that's going to be a thing, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
What
did I see yesterday? Like one of those dating sites had a commercial. I can't think, but like they were advertising that you could do like Skype dating.
Oh, sure.
Well, I guess yeah. If you are a single person and you're trying to date online, that's a tough time, huh? where I think is it England that is it God, they passed a law or some something that you can't have sex with someone that's not living with you in your house or something like that.
What? I haven't heard that. That's insane.
Yeah, during COVID.
Wow.
I was like, what are they just like, busting down the doors? We heard sex in here. I'm gonna see your IDs.
Yeah, right.
They're just outside waiting for people to have the walk of shame look. Where are you coming from?
No. I was just doing calisthenics, I swear. Bill says that the rest of George's stream was good, and that's great. I'm glad to hear it. Get some positivity going. Oh man, I'm almost done, dudes. I only have 10 more miters to make. That means I've done 75 miters. Or 74. There, 75. Are you happy now? Julio says it's called the trash bag law.
Yes. You can't take out anyone else. Oh. Let me see your lease contract. Yeah, I saw that on Facebook yesterday. I was like, what? Is this for real?
I say we'd be screwed. Colleen and I haven't been on lease for years. Could
work out, it's a good way to have like a one night. I don't know this lady.
Oh shit!
Get her out of my house.
Damn! Wow. See the baby's head.
Skipping around and building. I don't care about these damn directions. I'm not building legs after arms. I'm not doing it.
Why would you want to make a torso, huh? Why you want to make something you're making look like something you want to make, huh? What's wrong with you, kid? Oh boy, everybody loves ads. Get off my screen. This is it. This is the last two. It's been 82 long miters. 83 long miters, my friends. $84 miters later. All right.
What even is a miter?
What even is a miter? A miter is an angled cut made over a flat plane. Wow. Do you really need me to? Looks like a rhombus. Well, both ends are mitered, and it does make a rhomboid shape. Yes. But both ends of the rhomboid or the rhombus are a miter, or a measured angle cut. Essentially, I'm making a bunch of these from scratch. I've already made these 3. Oh, aren't they lovely? Oh my. This is 50 pieces right here. This is a lot of shit. So, what I've essentially done is I've wordage. I have made the parts to do this, compiled a list of the shit that I needed, and here on the stream I cut, these are 1/8 inch rods here. These are all 3/32. I have 48 pieces cut to 5/16 inch of 3/32 round tube. I have 42 little pieces of penne that I made here with a double miter, making our favorite rhomboid for the salad. God damn.
Come on.
Phil says, "What the fuck is a clock?" Oh my goodness! Like Phil of anyone is gonna not understand the concept of time, or not understand the concept of time. He understands it, but obey the laws of time. That's Phil. Phil doesn't obey the laws of time.
Meh.
What do you say to that, Phil? Do you obey the laws of time? Is Phil a Time Lord? Phil's a Time Lord. You heard it here, folks. Phil
He's not
is
bound
a
by
time
laws.
Nope.
Come on.
All right, so I made this super high-tech jig that I just dropped on the ground and almost ran over with my chair. God, that would have fucked things up, wouldn't it? I made this super high-tech jig that is for maintaining the exterior perimeter of the trusses. I went over this earlier in the stream, but I'll go over it again because why the heck not? So the there you go. The trusses essentially just fit into, as I'm making them. What I do is I have to file all the ends, which is called coping, is the term for that, to turn it into a round mating face, and they all fit together in like a puzzle, and then I cement it all together in this jig and pop it out. Boop. Just like that. This is just made out of foam core that I super glued together, doing some careful measuring and alignment, just to make sure that everything would maintain its straightness, because that's really the only thing that's important, is that, not straightness, great, that these two sides are parallel to each other and that everything is in alignment. These really generalized red marks that I put on here, everything is dry fit first, so I put all these parts together, and then I can, kind of dick with them a little bit. I can mess them around to get them to fit nice and even into a pattern before I glue them down, so it's not like something I have to be super crazy about. But I do have to spend a lot of time with this round file and then this round file. This is the Tamiya round file. For those of you on the Mobile Suit Breakdown Discord, this is the Tamiya file that I was talking about earlier. Someone was asking questions about which files to purchase. This is a standard hobby style round file, coarse on the Tamiya, fine on the hobby style. As you can see, obviously they are different diameters. You can't see because it's perspective. Okay, so but yeah, you can see the Tamiya is a little bit wider than the little hobby style, which just, this actually, the hobby's size is actually about 1/8 of an inch in diameter. So when I do my my final cut for my little components. Oops, get on the camera. So when I do my final cut for my components, they'll fit nice and easily over this 1/8 inch tube. So first things first, get one in and two in there. Move these over. I wonder if I can get closer with the camera without making anyone horribly nauseous. That's not bad. All right, so I'm going to start with these tweezers.
Making magic, people.
Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm going to start with one of these little straight tubes. Tiny little 5/16 inch piece of 3/32 tube. And I'm just gonna hold this in my hand because I'm the most comfortable working with my hands directly. I'm gonna start with the wider round to kind of get my center point. And I'm gonna back this up. Here we go. So I'm holding my file in my hand with a bunch of fingers on the file to make sure that it stays where I want it to go and it's moving the direction that I want it to move. And if you guys have ever thrown darts, I a lot of times I'll file in that method that you use to release the dart from your hand. So I'll push with the same finger stroke that you would use if you're throwing like a dart overhand at a dartboard. So it's kind of the same thing. So I'm using the same fingers to stabilize the file in these small motions that I would use for throwing darts. That's kind of a thing that I just thought about right now. So you're welcome. I've never thought to describe it like that before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it firmly in this hand, do the dart hold method, and just try to scrape the center of the tube and get it as close to the center as I can. Work back on the other side. You have to kind of look at it a little bit. There we go. Oh, one side, back on the other. Just clean the burr off with the smaller file because the finer cut makes for a cleaner cut. Yeah, finer cut on the cut. It's a cut. Damn it. The finer tooth on the smaller file makes for a cleaner cut in general. All right, so it's kind of hard to show and definitely also hard to do. But what I have is it won't focus because it doesn't like me very much. But I have a little miter. Or not a miter, I have a little cope on that piece of styrene. Let's see if I can get the focus real quick. You will focus. Wow. All right, well, anyways, it's so small, guys. Anyways, so you basically you sand that round, you flip it over. The reason I'm doing this in my hands is so that I can look at what the fuck I'm doing. It is not an easy thing to do. I'm not going to lie to you. So I sand that round. I sand this round. I'll just do it really fast because I'm good at doing it really fast. Okay, let's.
Hey you.
Yeah. There we go. Sand this way. Sand that way. Clean it up. And then this, in turn, oh man, yeah, that's not fast. All right, it's not the cleanest, but it'll work. There we go. Cool. It's a little bit long, thank God, because my cut was a little bit off because I was going really fast, being cocky. All right. Okay, fix the cut. And pop. And here's a nice little pop.
Pop, pop.
And that component, there you go, fits in perfectly. So, I just knocked it out. But
It did fit in.
No, it fits in well. I twisted it out. It's really easy to do. So now I make 8 more of those. Abracadabra. Pay attention, he's making magic, says Julio.
Magic.
It's easier to make the magic and then show people fancy photos after the fact than it is to do it all live. Tim, that's one of Tim's great skills.
Yeah.
Is that he is
able that chiseling live is insane.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, just like having the camera between him and the work, and then just performing it all properly and talking about everything and staying current with chat and all that stuff at the same time. And really, it's actually getting the work done, because it's really easy to sit and react to chat on stream. Pabs knows all about this quite well, and it's tough to actually get a lot of
anything technical done.
Right. It's, snapping is one thing, but
snapping, I can't even follow directions.
The hardest part of snapping is not sanding
it. Fail. Can't do it.
All right, let's go with.
This is black, which is the flipping worst.
I made that one a little short. Okay.
Right. Good enough. We're good.
We got two. What was that? Back in there. Got little jerks.
When was that built?
Okay.
Well, that's what I get for jumping around.
There we go. That's the size it's supposed to be. I have to make two more. Hey, what's two when you've already made, 40 something? Go.
Stable mounting, very important. That's right.
Much better.
PC.
Yeah, that's way better. The problem with making all these parts so small and so precise is that if you slightly over sand something, you have to remake it.
It's loose.
Yep. I mean, like a lot of times I can, well, not a lot of times, but sometimes I can fudge it and make it work, but it just ends up like being more pain in the ass in the end than just like cutting a new component. Because those things that I made that are quote unquote cast off that I don't need for this project, I can use them on something else. I have so many little bits and bobs that I pull from when I'm making these things and I'm scratch building something or whatever. You need a little greebly, something or other. There we go. So yeah, there's a couple pieces in there. You can kind of see now that it's starting to get its normal shape. We're starting to get there. A little bit of the pattern is being viewed. I'll do one more straight. We're sort of running out of time, but not terrible. I will try and get a full set of the pattern done so that I can at least show you guys proof of concept here and that this does work, so that hopefully you can take this with you and use it in your own modeling and share it with your friends. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, I'm starting to gain a little bit of speed. It's all about muscle memory and getting comfortable with what the heck you're trying to do. So I need to take some of these pennies. And these are harder. Big surprise to sand the cope on, to put the cope into the tube. So because I'm dealing with the fact that, like, say this is the tube itself. It's cut at a miter like this, right? And I'm trying to sand in that same direction and create a round hollow on that like flat plane. And then those also have to match. So it's you're compound mitering in essence. You have a miter here and you're dealing with this and the other side and trying to make those fit into the whole thing. So basically what I do is I use the force. And it's not about midichlorians. That was just Lucas's cop-out. He didn't want to talk about space magic.
Schwartz?
The Schwartz. I see your Schwartz is smaller than mine. All right, so I just did it. I have no real easy way to show how exactly you do that. You just kind of eyeball it, cross your fingers, and
do it.
You just kind of do it. It sounds dumb, but it's true. All right. And then that goes there, and Alec is in.
Cool.
There is part one. And it doesn't really want to focus super well, but it fits around the radius of the two sides. So when I apply cement to the assembly as a whole, it just like seals itself in and everybody's happy.
Happy.
Use the force. Yes, Phil. I don't know if I started saying that until after I was hanging out with Phil regularly. But yeah, I've been saying that for a while. People ask me how I do something, and I'll tell them that I use the force. And I think it was when I became a metal worker, and people would ask me, "How do you do that thing?" And I was like, "I use the force." Help.
I don't know.
It's kind of true. I mean, in a way, it's like I don't know. I just kind of do it. It's just not helpful for education purposes. Good for health, bad for education. 10 banana cream pies for the person who understands that joke reference.
The G runner.
Boom. And there we go. It's a little crooked, but that's okay because it all gets fiddled around with until you get there. But yeah, you get the idea. There's the basic truss structure. So you've got your two rhomboids and then your three posts. The posts have a 90-degree cope, and then the rhomboids have a 30-degree cope. And the coping is essentially just the way that like a round fits a round. So it's like a ball joint in essence. But when you've got two tubes joining each other, if you want the round surfaces to mate cleanly, it's called a cope or coping. Coping is also the term for the round tube on the edge of a skateboard ramp that you would grind upon if you were doing skateboard tricks, as I like to do.
Yep, or the edge of a pool.
Always my answer at work, Jedi stuff.
Jedi stuff. I'm gonna have to use that.
For certain. I'd love to see the FBI coming up with no link to Antifa and the fucking rioting and shit. I love that.
You see what? I'm sorry.
I said I'd love to see that the FBI is doing all this research and finding out that there are no links to Antifa and like the looting and the crazy shit.
Oh.
It's like, get fuck you, crazy bastards. I know we don't need to get political at the end of the show, but I just saw something on my screen. So, I apologize to anyone that doesn't care to hear that shit. I'm not trying to harsh or mellow. We're trying to make cool robots, custom robots. The robot that you want to have on your shelf. That's really what's important. So we've got about 5 minutes left in the stream. Thank you for hanging out tonight and watching me make 100 little widgets. It's been invigorating. Remember, next Thursday on the Workbench here, we're going to be starting this swanky, not orange, but cream-colored Dom Tropin from GKM from 0083. Should be really rad to get an opportunity to kind of like do this all step by step with everybody, and just for myself to just have fun and build a cool resin dress up on a classic kit. Obviously, when we get to that painting point, I don't know if we're still gonna be doing it all on stream and stuff like that, but like the basic assembly and the trials and the tribulations of working with a resin conversion for an old Bandai kit will be kind of fun.
Yeah, we could probably do like, maybe paint selection and some of the other steps on.
Sure. Well, I imagine we'll probably do the legwork off the camera and then do the show and tell.
Yeah,
and the fun stuff on the camera, because it isn't that fun to just sit and watch somebody like.
No.
Nah, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants that going on.
Hell no. No, but we'll involve as much as possible. We'll try not to do like 15 steps and then, then come and see you guys. We'll,
Yeah, meter it properly,
right.
Show and tell in the right rate.
Priming, here's base code, here's yada, 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 yada. Pick out some color. I don't know what color. You know what color you're painting yours? You haven't figured that out yet?
Oh, wow. Charles Dodge says that the Dallas app for the FBI link was crashed by K-pop videos. Yeah, and I know Anonymous was calling for them to like flood with K-pop and like all this crazy shit. It's ridiculous.
I saw the
Charles Dodge says you'd be surprised at how many people will watch a streamer airbrush models. We will see. Maybe we can get into some of that. I can probably I bet I could finagle this. I could easily finagle this camera.
Yeah, I'll have to I could. My booth is pretty well lit. I could probably mount it in some way. I think I have like a clip mount somewhere.
The sound is rough, so what I need to do is like get that Bob Ross on a loop while we're doing it, and then just like switch the audio feed over to just the Bob Ross music playing while we're like. So then you don't have to hear like the compressor and the fans and the, me cursing it, my clogging airbrush or dry tip or whatever you end up getting. Fuck. Bill says, I got you, girl. Okay. Cool. So I hope that you guys took a little bit away from tonight's stream from regards to the info dump that I've been giving on making these fun little trusses, these little truss forms, these structural forms. I know that it's a lot of information and I'm not very good at giving it out like that. And so if you have any questions or if I feel like there's anything that I left out that you're curious about, please hit me up either in the comments down below here on YouTube or on Twitch. I don't know if it works like that on Twitch. Or you can hit me up on Instagram in the DMs. You can hit me up on my account, Bro Builder. I'm happy to answer any questions and talk to you guys about what's going on. Or if you have another question about anything, you just want to shoot the shit, hit me up. It's cool. I like to talk clearly. So, from here at the KotoKai Robo-Dojo, I'm Brian. And this is
Paul. Still cleaning up. Sorry, guys.
You're good, Paul. You're good, Paul.
It was very. I did not think it was going to take. I shouldn't have sanded. God damn it.
You have to sand. Trust me.
So yeah, I'll have this snapped up by next time. I'll have it.
Cool. Excellent. And we'll start off with going over some parts, going over this dress up to see what exactly it entails, and we'll get started. So that's gonna be kind of cool and kind of exciting. So stop back next week on Thursday for the Dom resin dress up, and then on Tuesday I'll be back with my usual squad with the 4 horsemen doing our thing, whatever it may be, and. Until then, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, wear a mask, wash your hands, keep your head on a swivel, and protect your neck.
Yes.
And we love you and be safe.
Yes.
Bye.
Later, guys.